the government do to regulate these airfares? You know, it sounded like a joke a year and a half ago, but here we are taking flights for hundreds of thousands of naira. Now, the president of the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association of Nigeria, AOPAN, Dr. Alex Wuba, has stated why airfare is on the increase. Now, he was speaking on an interview on popular television as in news. You probably must have seen that it was Wednesday, yesterday. Yeah. Now Wuba said airfare hike is demand driven and compensation for during low season. Let me say that again. He said that airfare hike is demand driven and compensation for low fares during low seasons. He said that every year it's exactly the same. The prices unfortunately go up. Now, according to him, the prices will go down next year because the government has promised to reduce taxes and charges. So let's give you a bit of an insight as to how high these airfares are at the moment, right? Let's give you one example. So I'm going to quickly, in front of me now are about 4 airlines in Nigeria, and I'm going to book a flight from Port Harcourt to Lagos. One way, people. I'm going to select, today is too soon. Let's select next week, Wednesday. All right. Next week, Wednesday is the 17th of December. All right. Next week, Wednesday. Now, search for flight. All right. Let's go to another one. This is Aero Contractors, by the way. Let's take a look at Ibom Air. One way ticket. One way. We're not going just one way. All right. Let's go. Once again, we're going to go from Port Harcourt right to Lagos. Right. From Port Harcourt to Lagos. You guys can do the same experiment with me if you can. All right. So we're leaving from Port Harcourt to Lagos. Now, this ticket, and I checked this morning. All right. Now, right now, it's saying that it's going to cost me over 230,000 naira. Let me say that again. Over 230,000 naira for me to afford a ticket to go from Port Harcourt to Lagos on the 17th of this month. Now, it makes sense because during this period, they are just go back gang. They're going to be everywhere. They want to go left. They want to travel because, they don't hear plenty about our road conditions, right? And to make things even more worrisome, it's the fact that the roads are bad. Forget the insecurity, right? It's just that the roads are not very good, right? Particularly when you're going between the east and the west road. Now, Ibom Air is telling me right now 152,000 naira. 152,000 naira on Wednesday. But guess what? On Thursday and Friday, it's 190,000. And as always, we will be using the economy ticket. But let me shock you. If you go to premium on that same Ibom Air, it's 300,000 naira to travel from Port Harcourt to Lagos. Now, how many people have jobs that can pay that sum? Now, before you jump up in arms and say, oh, these airlines are wicked, the man said the government has promised to reduce taxes and charges. So, ladies and gentlemen, is that what's going to help? Let's hear from you. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and X at Nigeria Info PH. There's also a message to WhatsApp. The number is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Hello, with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Season's greetings, 90.3 Nigerian. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jude.
Good morning.
Omamegbe.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
This is Divine calling.
Welcome, Divine.
Mr. Jude,
Yes, please.
I want to start on the very important note that you know here. I agree that it's becoming very high.
Mm.
But before you have to and you can see it. We who buy the road from Port Harcourt to Benin, Port Harcourt to Cross River State,
Mm-hmm.
Port Harcourt to Togo, we have been trying. Government is not looking to it. House of Assembly does not have anything to see over it. Something got on the first level in this country. And now it's those who fly. Everybody is not crying. They are not calling to someone that. They should summon the minister for work.
Mm.
Dude, I came back from Benin on Sunday. I left Benin by 9 a.m. I entered Port 7:30 p.m.
It's a lie.
Dude, I came back on Sunday. I walked there. My father here.
7:30 p.m.
On that road. Yes.
A journey of 3 or 4 hours. You spent half the day there.
God bless you. Yes, sir. And then we are talking about the air. We forget about people. Majority of the people follow through the land and the sea. Who are they summon? They should call the minister works.
Works.
Summon him.
Okay.
And he should walk on our roads.
Right. Divine says you should walk on the roads first. Well, looking at my screen at the moment, I'm checking the very site to get yourself a ticket, airfare, an online ticket for your air flight, for your so flight ticket rather. I don't know why my words are jumbling. Forgive me. All right, so I'm on the many pages here. I have about 6 of them this morning. So I've given you Arrow. I've told you about Ibom Air. Now I'm on Value Jet. Value Jet says if I want to book right now, right, to go to Lagos on the 17th of December, it's going to cost me 150,000 naira, 476. That's without adding the booking and the what do you call it, the insurance. There's a small insurance thing that you add when you come on for your luggage or something, something. So it usually gets higher. So ultimately, it probably will get me to almost 180,000. In fact, why I'm even seeing it, I'm just looking at it now. It popped up. So if I take the 12 p.m. flight for that day, it's 188,500 naira. The 4 p.m. flight is 180,000. That's what do you call it? Value Jet, no problem. Now let's check. Let's see now. Eric Air. Yes. Once again, we're having a conversation about airfare, and the question I asked: what exactly can the government do? Yesterday, and it was in the papers. And some reports, I think the minister was saying, no, the government cannot fix airfare prices because it's a deregulated system. But some people are opining that there is actually something more that the government can actually do. Well, what is that thing? I don't know. My first scholar says, look, let these people, this now that is pinching them. When it was us on the road, they didn't pay attention to us. Now that airfares have hit 250, some even 600,000. And this is inside Nigeria. That's why it's so absurd. If you're a businessman, right, and you are listening to this, it is very, very. I remember how vexed we were trying to get a flight back in October. It just didn't make sense. And back the cheapest flight I found was 98,000 naira. But here we are in December. Like I said, I just got Bangan are probably to blame, or it's the season. Right? More people are probably going to leave for Lagos to Abuja, Lagos to Enugu. Don't forget, schools are going to close very shortly. So parents who can actually afford a flight, if their son or daughter is schooling in Abuja or Enugu and they live in Lagos or Port Harcourt or in Abeokuta or in Asaba, for example, they can afford to fly their children. So all those tickets have to be bought. All that demand rather is pushing fare, and you can understand. But we're talking about nearly 100, sometimes even 150% increase. In fact, last year, the past 2 years, the average fare in Nigeria has jumped about 200% in about 2 years. So what exactly can the government do? That is the question. Oh, Eric is about to show me its availability. Let me tell you the cost if I open the phone lines. All right, Eric, up. Let's get to see how much you're going to cost to go to Lagos. 190,000 pere. That's all it takes.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
On 92.3 Nigeria Info.
So 017-923-0002, 07923-0007, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0007. At Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you will find us on Facebook and X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. Then please do send us a message, but it's the SMS, that's your regular text message, or a WhatsApp message. Please, would love to read them. I have a device in front of me, I can take both of them. The number is 0809-030-6416, 0809 0306416. All right, straight off the bat, let's get into the message portal because there are a few of them this morning. All right, this one says, good morning, Jude. This thing is becoming unbearable. What exactly does this government want from us? We cannot go by roads because the roads are very bad. Kidnappers will disturb you. Headers will disturb you. Police will disturb you. Now people are finding it difficult to go by air. Why? Because it's just too expensive. How can you justify people's salary being the cost of a ticket? That's a very good question. How can you justify somebody's salary? There are people who wear trousers, shirts, and cufflinks to work. Their salary is 150,000, 200,000. In some cases, 250,000. Let's be honest, all right? A lot of people you see who are working in the banks don't earn 3.5 million a month. If there are a few of them. But the ones that you regularly engage with, the tellers, they are probably all on 300,000 naira a month. So let's assume it's even 300,000 naira a month. So you anyway, let's get to hear from you, right? 017. What exactly can the government do about this price? Because we cannot fix prices. It's a deregulated market. Yes, but there has to be something. Let's be fair. Since the deregulation of fuel, since that's petrol subsidy, quote unquote, disappeared. I don't know if it was ever there. Some people say it wasn't, but the details before of us say it was. Now, we've seen the Dangote refinery come into play. Prices have stabilized. I think it's the first time in this country that we've seen prices go up and come down, and then in some cases come down a little more, right? But Nigerians haven't seen prices come down to 5 naira yet. Now, 5 naira a few years ago, right, was unheard of. It really was. So let's see how that continuation, that situation unfolds. But the thing is, within this time period, we've not seen bus prices across interstate travel actually jump up, anyhow, everyhow. No, we don't. It's pretty much been stable. So why then can fare prices not remain that way? Why? All right. Asatiko from my 3 says, good morning, Jude. I am one of the last creatures in Nigeria who bids and tries to lash private businessmen and women on price hike, because every increase in the commodity that has no government direct or indirect influence can be countered in 24 hours if you want to. Bad roads, insecurity, high aviation fuel, demand and supply with unexplained taxes from the same government all contribute to the basic inflation theatrics. Nigeria, now open market. There is nothing Nigerian government can do because those who are supposed to do it can afford to pay this fee, even if it's a million naira per, provided their safety is guaranteed. That's all that matters to them. Any other Nigerian can go to Hades. Well, Asatiko, I don't know if you caught the news. There was a small debate yesterday. There was a small debate at the house. They were not happy. Uncle Tinubu has said they should remove security from VIP. Them and some of their friends now don't have security. Now they want to fly. The money that they could have probably used to go to Lagos and come back. That business. Many of them would like to fly business class. Business class back then, let's say 2 months ago or a month ago, was probably let's say 250, 195. Now they'll have to spend. That's why they're shouting actually, because there was actually a ticket price go up to 600,000 naira inside Nigeria. They were not going to Ghana. They were not going to Lome. They were not going down to Kenya. Inside Nigeria. Somebody, what am I even saying somebody? Let's go online, please. There's nobody got time for this ambiguity. Let's go online. Phone lines 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0003. 0002 0817 923 0003. All right. Nigeria Info PH at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on X at Nigeria Info PH at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on X. Also on Facebook. Let's get to Facebook now. All right. There has to be something that this government can do, isn't there? After all, government is government. You know. Now we suppose we should have something. There has to be something. All right. Good morning, Jude. You see, it would have been better that they reduce the price of the aircraft transport fare than this tax propaganda. Monday, David Dumale is saying. Good morning, Jude. I wanted to call, but texting will be better. You see, Nigeria, you see, is a country that grabs hold of opportunities irrespective of what the consequences it will or might cause. It is obvious that travel by land, especially now in this period as it is December, Christmas season, and the news of bandits everywhere is somehow unsafe. One doesn't know who they might meet or what might happen to them. Due to the ongoings in the state, instead of the Commissioner for Works or the government, both together, whichever, come together and see what they can do to reduce the price of airfare, as many want to take that. They went on to increase it. Luckily, because they know or felt that a lot of persons, irrespective of the price, would still choose to travel by air. But not all of us get that big pay. I want to go to my village by flight this Christmas. Please reduce it before next week. Thank you. Ariel from Eneka. Ariel is begging the government. Government, sir, ma, your people beckon on you. Now, Okonandi has a very interesting comment. It says, I don't know the South are always the price. The South rather are always the price in socio-economic and political landscape in this country. Imagine different prices in the region with shorter distances than compared to the North. Namdi, this is not a question of shorter distances. In fact, let's even make it more interesting, right? Let's make it more interesting. 90.3. Oh, there. Let me search. Let me just quickly search all the web pages I have. Let's go back. All right. Let's go and let's change our. Let's change our destination. All right. Let's do that. Let's change our destination. Okay. I want to show you something. Okay. 92.3. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir. Compliments of the season.
Okay, my name is Chikwebuka from St. John's.
Go on, Chikwebuka.
All right. Let me start by transportation by land. Let me tell you what government can do so that it will be very easy for everybody. Can you imagine that fuel in this country, and we are buying fuel 920 naira. I bought 920 naira yesterday. Some people are selling 940 naira. What will it take Nigerian government to be serious with the refineries that we have and make sure it's producing, not just producing fuel, that will be more employment? What does it take them to do that, to be serious with it? Today, on refinery will work, tomorrow it will not work. We have Wade refinery, we have Kaduna. What will it take them? The other time I heard that they refine in abroad and bring it back. What a shame. I must tell you that if they give me Nigeria to rule 1 month,
1 month,
a significant change.
You can you can bring about a change in the month.
Sir, I can bring about a change in 3 weeks. Yes, I'm telling you. Secondly, If Nigeria, as a sovereign state, can be able to send their troops to men just because they are afraid of the queue, what does it take them to fish out this Boko Haram Fulani herdsmen that is all over Nigeria? It will take them only one day to do that, to clear them. Only one day, I tell you.
So wait, hold on. Chukwuebuka, you still haven't answered the question. So what should the government do now to reduce the airfare and the land? You've mentioned land that should reduce fuel and make it. What about airfare right now? What do you think the government can do?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Let me just finish with this Boko Haram issue.
No, we don't have time. It's just, so I can get the next call.
Then the airspace, they need to have a regulatory system, price regulation control. Can be flying within Nigeria, 100 and something thousand naira. Since the land is not safe. What I'm saying is this: let them regulate it. Let them make it possible for every Nigerian.
Yeah, but Chukwuebuka, the government cannot regulate how one man. Can the government come and tell you, Chukwuebuka, how you should collect rent in your house? They can't now. You build your house.
Yes, I know, but see, if you want to do it, they can do it. Lastly, what I want to contribute is this: let Nigerian government have their own aircraft, 2 or 3. They'll be serving people so that they can slash the price.
Okay.
Everything you privatize it. Everything you privatize it.
Okay.
Water you privatize it. Petrol you privatize it.
That's not a bad idea. What happened to the Nigeria Air Project? That's a good question, Chukwuebuka. That's a very good question. Nigeria Info, good morning. We're not collecting money. Yes, good morning. Well, business greetings to you, Christian.
Thank you. To cut down this price and on that land transport, just simple something. Our people are very wicked. See, over you drop the food at the same price.
No, sir, could you? We lost you for a few seconds. Could you start again?
Drop the prices.
Okay.
Without the company that the boss is aircraft. See, the government, you drop the price of aviation oil down, fuel down, everything down. This is as simple as you need to go to invest to learn how to do those things. Bring the price down.
Yeah, but you know the government is not directly in control of the price anymore. It's deregulated. Forces of demand and supply. Where they refine, in this case is Dangote's area, you know, they will set the price and the airlines will operate based on that price.
Okay, Jude, let me tell you this.
Yes.
The government are in charge of everything. The government, they are in charge. If they want to build a refinery in next mode and make it work, they do that. They are in charge of TV and they are in charge of everything. What are we saying? Apart from God, the next thing we see is government.
Okay, apart from God, the next thing we see is government. 90.3. Hello, Posako. Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is the Zion. Season greetings to you.
Season's greetings. Good morning to you.
We live in a country where the government benefits from the criminal proceed of certain individuals. That is why we see this kind. We ought not to hear, fly Nigeria for 200,000, 300,000, for what? And the government is saying nothing. Sir, look at it. The first problem with these air flight tickets has to do with this high taxation and fees you pay. You know how much these flight people are paying? Flight owners, you know how much they pay? Who is charging them? Is it not the federal government?
I see.
So through the Ministry of Finance, reduce these charges. If you truly love your people, then you consider the other aspects of the bilateral, which is the bilateral flight agreement, which you have with other flights. They call it BAFA, bilateral relationship with all flights. Okay, from today, we have agreed from Port Harcourt to Lagos is 20,000 naira. We are going through our times in this mission. Let us come to a consensus. Our taxation on so fare, our fees on so your hangout, your this, your that, we are going to take charge, we are reducing them by 20%. My brother, somebody told you that you can fix Nigeria in 1 month. Believe it. Believe it. You see this country, I told you, the problem with this country is we benefit from criminal proceeds. We reward crime. No, to say the truth.
Okay.
Let me just deviate a little bit. Sorry, just a minute, sir.
Lester.
Look at your former Attorney General. Look at this, just wrap his neck now. And what he was been charging Nnamdi Kanu about now, just suppose between Nnamdi Kanu and the Minister of Attorney General of the Federation, who have more severe criminal case on their neck between the two. But they don't want to try on one, they want to punish one. This is the problem. The more we bet crime, the more we benefit from it, the more we kill the country, and the more we grow crime. Now we
Okay, thank you. Let's go to. Thank you very much, sir. Let's go to break, please.